Hi, so welcome back. This is the second video in however many videos it takes me to get through my vinyl record collection here. It's probably going to be about 4 videos. But yeah, last episode I went through records starting with A all the way to the D section. And today we're going to be starting in the second kind of IKEA box that I have here, which is records E onwards. E to something. E to M, I think it is. So, yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's get started. If you haven't watched the last one, feel free to go back and watch that one. And yeah, let's just get started. All right. So the very first one that I have here, starting in my second box, is Electric Wizard, Dope Throne. So I actually got this one for about $10 from Beat Disc Records in Parramatta. It was originally going for 60 something. It was quite an expensive record. It was going for like 65 or something. But it actually got a discount because it had a defect in it. But I mean, I bought it and it affects about 3 minutes worth of music, and it doesn't even skip or anything. It just makes a little crackle sound every few seconds. So it really didn't affect the record much at all. Yeah, this is the gatefold. Very nice looking gatefold. Lovely cover. Yeah, so if you have a close look at the record there, if I shine the light correctly, you can see a line going across the record there, just in the first few minutes of the third side of the record. But apart from that, it plays beautifully. It's a perfectly fine record, and I got it for extra cheap, so lucky me. All right, next up we have the new Everything Everything album. So I haven't been able to get to Heaven on vinyl yet, unfortunately, because that's my favorite of theirs. As I think it's kind of the general consensus, it's their best album. But I really loved this new album, Reanimator, by them, that came out in 2020. So I got this from my girlfriend for Christmas or my birthday. I can't remember which one, but yeah, no, it's a great album. Very interesting art style, kind of like weird. Computer generated like Blender artwork, and I believe it's colored. We'll have a look. Oh, so it's actually this weird like kind of clear smoky variant, which is really nice. But yeah, no, great album. It's got a lot of great songs on that. Big Climb is probably my favorite, next to In Birdsong, which is I think a really underrated Everything song. And it also comes with really nice lyric booklet. Always nice when they put one of these in. Beautiful. Got the artwork there. Lovely. It smells good too. Always good. So next we have Father John Misty. Pure comedy. One of my favorite albums of the last decade, and one of my favorite albums ever. Really gorgeous artwork on this one. It's like this really complex, detailed kind of mess of an album cover, but it's yeah, it's really beautiful at the same time. I think it's just a black vinyl for this one, but this has a really interesting kind of write-up about the album. I think it was written by Josh Tillman. A good read, very interesting, and then I think it's just got some credits on the other side, but yeah, it's an essential. It's an essential to have if you're a Father John Misty fan or just a music fan in general. If you haven't heard that, the title track is enough to probably win you over. Very good stuff. And next up we have Magdalene by FKA Twigs. I didn't actually, the first time I heard this, I didn't like it that much, which surprises me now because I absolutely adore this album. I'm really not sure what I didn't like about it, but this is the absolutely gorgeous gatefold that it comes with, which is also kind of mirrors on the back side of the album. Yeah, lovely artwork for this one. I believe it's just black vinyl. It's got nice little pictures on the record as well, on each side. But yeah, no, some of my favorite kind of art pop songs of recent memory. Nicholas Jar did a lot of production on that album as well, which I love him so much. It's yeah, it's a real highlight. I would recommend if you haven't heard it. And next up we have Fleet Foxes, Helplessness Blues. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous album. Same with Father John Misty. It's got Josh Tillman as the drummer of this record. But yeah, no, this is there's not really much to say about this album. If you haven't heard Fleet Foxes, they're just a gorgeous, gorgeous sort of folk rock group that have been doing consistently beautiful, beautiful music for like the last decade. Sure, that came out last year was a gorgeous addition to their discography, and as you can see here, some really nice lyrics in the gatefold. Nice use of that. It's also a very I always appreciate it when they do a really thick cardboard for the record sleeve. It's just an extra bit of care. Only a few records in my entire collection have like a genuinely nice thick cardboard sleeve with them, which is a shame. But yeah, it's good to see it when artists do that. This black vinyl for this one, just completely matte black record sleeve, which is quite nice. And I believe there is a poster with this one. Yeah, so we have on one side just the acknowledgements of the album, and on the other side is this absolutely huge black and white version of the album cover, which is very nice. Very nice. If I have room, I'll find a place to put it up. But yeah, no, it's a nice addition. It's a nice addition to the record. And back it goes in its sleeve. All right, next up is Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. This is kind of a classic that you've got to have. It's just full of great hits. And funnily enough, this is actually this is an old enough edition that it comes with this like really interesting merch thing where you can put in your postage and your credit card number, and they'll ship you the whatever merch you want to buy that's advertised on the sleeve of the album itself. So that's just a nice little interesting piece of history there. And yeah, no, great album, lots of fun, so many hits, can't really go wrong with it. Definitely listen to the opening Welcome to the Pleasure Dome, which is a classic. Alright, and one of my more recent records that I managed to pick up, Fugazi Repeater. This is a just an essential post-hardcore record. I really like the I'm pretty sure it's the lyrics. Yeah, the lyrics are all kind of just crammed in here on the record sleeve, which is very claustrophobic. Got some nice photos of the band there on the back. And yeah, I believe that's pretty much all to show for this one. It's not the most flashy record that I have, but like, you know, the music more than makes up for it. Absolutely incredible album. You know, Repeater, Turnover, Blueprint, just incredible post-hardcore songs, and yeah, an essential for any post-hardcore fan. Very good album. Alright, and now we're getting into a few releases from this year. This is one of the very first albums that I really loved from this year, or kind of EPs. It's very short, so yeah, Gatecreeper, An Unexpected Reality. So this is actually this is a very short album / EP. It's only got 8 songs, I believe, and the first side is 7 of them. And yeah, the second side is made up of only 1 song, and it's about 11 minutes or something, but it's an amazing song. It's one of my favorite songs of the year. So yeah, definitely listen to that one. It's called Emptiness. Very good. And this one has an insane variant, like color variant. Absolutely beautiful. You can see that. It's like very ghostly, very ghoulish. Very nice, very nice. Excellent album. Cool insert as well. I'll show it in a second when I put this back in. But very cool insert. Very nice. Yeah, as I said, I'm not as much of a fan of side A as I am side B, but it's still good. But side B, my God, you've got to hear Emptiness. It's really good. It's very ambitious. It's very kind of epic. Yeah, definitely worth a listen. Definitely worth a listen. All right, and next up is as I said, another 2021 album, and this time it's one of my it's in my top 10 albums of the year. We have Genesis Owusu, Smiling with No Teeth. I love this album. This is one of the best debut albums in the last few years. And yeah, I'm very excited. I'm going to see him in March, actually, at the Enmore in Newtown, Sydney. But yeah, just incredible debut album. This nice gatefold of like black dogs, as per the motif of the album. Got some nice back cover that goes with the front cover. Just black vinyl for this one. But again, the music, absolutely incredible. Yeah, there's not really a miss on like the entire album. It's a very, very impressive debut, and I'm very excited to see what we will be hearing from him in the future. Very good. Now on to not a 2021 release, a 2000 release. So this is a real classic now. Godspeed You Black Emperor. Excellent post-rock record. It's the top of many people's lists in terms of when it comes to post-rock and when it comes to just records in general. People absolutely adore this album, and so do I. I really like how this one's laid out as well. It's it's only 4 songs, about an hour 20 minutes. It's about 20 minutes per song, and each song is just, it's got its own side. You've got one song, another song, and then on the other record, you've got another song per side. And it just, it's spaced out really nicely for the record. And if you look at the gatefold, it's actually got a really cool timeline that kind of splits the music up into smaller increments. It's a really cool way of kind of interacting closer with the music as you're listening to it. But yeah, great album, great artwork. Must-have record. Alright, so moving on, we have the next one. We have Entertainment by Gang of Four. This is the last one in this pile, but I will be grabbing some more in a second. Excellent album, kind of a essential post-punk record from, I think it's 79? Yeah, 1979. It's just, so much fun. So much fun. Along with like Talking Heads, these guys are probably one of my favorite post-punk acts from this period in time. And yeah, I'd highly recommend picking this one up if you're a fan. Just on black. Got some nice lyrics and credits in there. And yeah, last one in the pile. I'm going to go put these away, and then I'll be right back with some more. Whew. Have a drink of water, bloody hell. So next up we have 2 records from one of my favourite Australian, current Australian bands, from Gang of Youth. So we have The Positions and Go Farther in Lightness. These are a beautiful, beautiful kind of duo of albums that complement each other really nicely. The Positions is kind of all centered around like pain, and it's a very difficult album to listen to because it's just so deeply ingrained in kind of pain and sorrow. But it's a beautiful album all the same. It comes in this beautiful, nice orange color variant that I got as soon as it was repressed. Actually, this album wasn't very easy to come by for a while, but then it got repressed like a year or so ago, and I managed to get my hands on it, which was quite nice. Then we have Go Farther in Lightness, which was actually, I think, the very first record that I bought. So this is the very start of this collection. If I was doing this chronologically, we have Go Farther in Lightness. Yeah. So it was the very first album that I bought for this collection. There's the band there, some lovely photos. Lovely photos. I don't think it has any particularly interesting inserts. It's all just black vinyl, but yeah, The Positions is such a kind of pain-filled album, but then Go Farther in Lightness is this really hopeful, gorgeous, beautiful album about recovery and kind of healing from that pain. So I think they complement each other really nicely, and the band have a new album coming out in February, Angel in Real Time. Looking forward to hearing that. But yeah, no, definitely give these a listen if you haven't, because they are Two contemporary Australian gems. Really worth a listen. Good stuff. Alright, and moving on from there, we have another really nice thick record that has some good cardboard. As I said, I really appreciate that. Death Consciousness, Have a Nice Life. Very dark album. I don't listen to it particularly often because it's just a very harrowing listen. I used to listen to it a lot, but it just made me feel like shit, which I think is a valid response to the album. It's very dark. It's very depressing. It's very depressed in general. But it also comes with a booklet that kind of talks about this kind of death cult that the album is based on, which I'm pretty sure is fictional, but it's an interesting read nevertheless. And the album makes reference to it quite a lot. And the people who made the album talk about how it was based off this cult. But it's a very interesting mythology around the record. Very cool that it came with the booklet. So it's a nice little collectible item to come with it. But yeah, if you're a fan of it, I would recommend, because it's very good packaging. It's very good packaging, and it's a must-have. It's a must-have, honestly. And next up we have, of course, Idols, Joy is an Act of Resistance. My favorite Idols record, just full of bangers, full of great post-punk bangers. It's an incredible album. Love it to death. Just so many bangers, one after the other. Colossus, Never Fight a Man with a Perm, I'm Scum, Danny the Delco, great, Rottweiler, just incredible album. And has these really nice kind of poems that are written on the sleeve, which are really cool. I don't quite know the significance of some of them, but it's an interesting inclusion. But I can't really say much more. It's just one of the best punk albums of last decade, and my favorite Idols album, next to Brutalism and Krule, which just came out and is definitely worth a listen as well. So listen to Krule. I did a review on it, and definitely listen to this if you haven't. I love it. And next we have, this is a signed copy of the new Indigo De Souza album, which is one of my favorite albums of the year. She has a really beautiful signature, very cool stuff. I bought myself and my friend Lockie a copy of this for his birthday back in October, and it's just a beautiful album. Really nice color as well for this one, as you can see. Very nice. One of my favorite albums of the year. If you haven't heard Real Pain, one of my favorite songs of the decade so far. Very, very good stuff, and yes, I would highly, highly recommend. Alright, so next we have just a classic post-punk revival album, Interpol, Turn on the Bright Lights. I need to pick up a copy of Antics soon, because I've been listening to that album quite a lot recently, and it's growing on me more and more. So I'll have to pick up a copy of that, considering it's also, like, these albums, those first two Interpol albums are very cheap. Very cheap. Pretty much everywhere you go, they're like, 25, if even, like, $30 Australian, so that's very cheap for records here. But just, it's a classic for a reason. Just has so many great songs on it. Very good. Would recommend. There you go. Picked it up for $25 from Beat Disc. Well worth the money for such a great album. And next up we have JPEGMAFIA, All My Heroes Are Cornballs. This is a kind of alternate cover to the one that you can find on streaming services, but this is a great album. Again, it's one of the albums I have, which unfortunately it has 2 records, but it doesn't come with a gatefold, which I love gatefolds, so it's a bit of a shame. But it's still, doesn't take away from the music, which is just incredible album. But next up we have Closer by Joy Division. That is the back. Closer by Joy Division. This is This is an incredible album. I still, again, all of these records, I'm like, I need to pick up a version of this. I need to pick up a copy of this, you know. But I do need to pick up a copy of Unknown Pleasures, because again, for some reason, don't have it. But still, this is my favorite Joy Division record. It actually comes with a sleeve separate to the one that comes, you know, the vinyl comes in, which is kind of strange, but you know, yeah, no, some of their best work. Atrocity Exhibition, great opening to the album, and 24 Hours I think is maybe my favorite on the record. Very, very good stuff. Very sad and very dark album. Definitely worth a listen. And next up, Kids See Ghosts, the self-titled kind of first album offering from Kanye West and Kid Cudi. Very short, it's about 20-something minutes, but you know, excellent stuff. Banger after banger, just a really great album / EP, if you want to call it that. But yeah, no, I really love like the artwork on this one. It's just beautiful. I believe it's from Takashi Murakami. Just like the kind of blending of the canvas, watercolor painting in the background with the really mystical characters that he shows on the front cover, especially these ones. I love these. Yeah, no, it's a great album cover. It comes with a nice insert of the same background, just with some credits, which are really poorly written white writing, which makes it impossible to read. But either way, it's a great album. Very fun way to spend like 25 minutes of your time, and yeah, I would highly recommend. Alright, a few left in this pile, starting with The Killers, Imploding the Mirage, which is a really great 2020 album that my friend Tom got me for, I think it was my birthday. Yeah, no, I love this. I love this album. It's so, you know, it's so Bruce Springsteen, which funnily enough, after this album came out, they collaborated with him with the single Dustland, which was really great. But yeah, no, this is a great album. I love the feature from Wise Blood, especially on My God. And yeah, no, there's so many good songs on this. So many good songs, especially the opening and Caution, Dying Breed. Nah, love this album. Love this album. It's really grown on me as well. I initially liked it, but you know, kind of with every listen, I become more fond of it. And yeah, no, it's very good, along with their new one, which is also great. And the very last one in this pile we have here is King Crimson, In the Court of the Crimson King, which has one of my favorite album covers ever, with this beautiful fold out here. Incredible. And on the gatefold, an even wackier creature. Crazy. Absolutely insane artwork on this thing, and insane music as well. Beautiful stuff. 21st Century Schizoid Man, Epitaph, and In the Court of the Crimson King. Just an incredible prog album. Very good stuff. I need to pick up a copy of Red by them as well. Anyway, that's the end of that pile, so I'll go put them back, and we'll be on to the last few. The home run. Oh, alright, last pile. Bit of a shorter one this time, so I'll try and get through them nice and quickly. First of all, we have a few King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard records, starting with Gumboot Soup. I feel like this is a bit of an underappreciated one. You know, they came out with 5 albums in 2017, which is insane. But, yeah, I don't hear this one getting talked about anywhere near as much as, like, you know, Polygon Dwanaland or Flying Microtonal Banana. But it's really great. It's, a lot of people kind of treat it as an extras album, but honestly, like, tracks like All Is Known, Beginner's Luck, they're some of their best work. I love them. I love these songs. And, yeah, I love the artwork as well. It's just a great album. Just a really great album. And, probably my favorite from the 2017 records that came out, next to Murder of the Universe. So yeah, no, great album, definitely worth the listen. And the other record I have from King Giz is my favorite King Gizzard record, Infest the Rat's Nest, which you can see a poster of behind me. I love this record. So much fun. And the gatefold is fucking insane. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, but great album. Very cool color variant on this one. I think it's a split. Yeah, so it's like this weird hellish variants, but yeah, this album is crazy. Whoa. Very, very crazy. I recently listened to it again, and side B in particular is one of my favorite things ever. I love it so much. It's very fun, very very kind of tongue in cheek, funnily enough. But yeah, no, it's great. It's great. Give it a listen. And after that, I got this one as a gift. But it's a beautiful, beautiful album. It's got a really, as I said before, I love it when albums have nice thick cardboard, but it also has that, which is very nice. It's a great record by King Krule. Sorry, I didn't mention the name of the record. King Krule, 6 Feet Beneath the Moon. Very good. I love his voice. I also love his newest album from 2020, Man Alive, which I hope to pick up soon. But yeah, no, great album, and thank you, Harrison, for the gift. Love ya. Next up, a few records from the one and the only Kendrick Lamar. We have Good Kid, Bad City, and of course, To Pimp a Butterfly. There's not really much more I can say about these albums. They're incredible. They're two of the best rap albums of all time. Nice gatefolds. I don't think there's anything particularly interesting about the packaging on these apart from that, you know. Yeah, there's no inserts or anything. It's just black vinyl, but you know, it's nice. This one's got some nice, like, probably might be hard to see on camera, but it's got like shiny things for the names of the songs. But yeah, great albums, and yeah, very happy to have them in my collection. And coming up, lucky last, we have a few records from LCD Soundsystem, one of my favorite bands of all time. First of all, we have Sound of Silver, my favorite LCD Soundsystem record, and it also has my favorite song of all time, All My Friends by LCD Soundsystem. Very good stuff. The packaging isn't like that great. I've never really liked the album cover that much, but the music is, you know, incredible. And I also have a nice little booklet that my girlfriend got me, which comes with this one, which is just a 33 1/3 write-up, a nice little essay, long-form essay about the album, which just goes over it and its legacy. And the other album I have, not my favorite of theirs, but still like it a lot, American Dream. I like the artwork of this one a bit more. It's like got a nice matte canvas cover, and shows the members of the band there. You got James Murphy up the top right, top left, sorry. And yeah, no, really great album. I really need to pick up This Is Happening, because that's my second favorite of theirs. I mean, they only have 4 albums, but yeah, no, that's an amazing album. It's really up there with Sound of Silver. And lucky last, we have right behind me, I've been listening to it today. I got this for Christmas. The 5 LP album release, the vinyl release for The Long Goodbye, which is the final concert at Madison Square Garden on April 2nd, 2011 by LCD Soundsystem. The kind of final concert before they got back together in 5 years' time. But like, either way, this album is still incredible. It's my probably my favorite. I mean, like I said that Sound of Silver is my favorite, but you know, out of studio albums and live albums, this is like a must-have. It's extremely thick. I don't know how I'm gonna get a protective sleeve on it. I haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, what's interesting about this one in particular is there's some really nice kind of a collage of all the balloons and the audience if you put all the LP things together. But if you look here, on each of the records, it has like side A and then side C and then side B and side D on the next one. so that if you have two turntables, you can actually play this seamlessly and go between, you know, side A and then side B on the other record, and then you turn this one over. And yeah, because James Murphy was a DJ, so that's kind of an appealing feature of this to him. So yeah, it's kind of a nice little unique thing about this record in my collection. And yeah, it's an interesting little addition. But yeah, no, it's incredible. It's massive. It's massive. It's like 3.5 hours long. If you have that time to spare, definitely listen to this one, because it is my favorite live album of all time. Yeah, very good stuff. And I'm just gonna chuck that right back up there. And yeah, so that brings me to the end of my second IKEA box worth of vinyl records. Which means we're about halfway through. I don't know how long this video's sitting at now, but yeah, we're only halfway through. We've got a long way to go, which is a bit insane. But I think the next one should be shorter because I'll go through it quicker because there's a few chunks of artists in there. But yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to hear more of these, let me know. As I said, I'm just going to keep doing them anyway because I enjoy just kind of pulling out all my records and talking about them. It's a bit of fun. But yeah, Merry Christmas for the other day, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.